Aries, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences. And as always, I'll go over each card so you can learn about the tarot and build your own relationship intuitively with the cards and how they relate to you, because that's what this channel is all about, using tarot for our benefit and betterment, right? Okay? So I want you to treat yourself really good this week because some shifts are happening and you kind of need a regroup, but time is still on your side, Aries. I'm sticking with that. And a lot of you are thinking about love, love, and more love. And that's all fine and dandy. But there's also like a counterbalance of what's going on in the material world of like maybe work and your own overall life, of where you might want to apply new energy, and also a reflection on some of the people and situations in your own thoughts and actions of where you are right now and how you could build upon that for the future. Okay, let's get into it because I think you're a little tired and you want this kind of big wish, you want this shift, but I just need to give you kind of like a little boost of energy, right? And a positive dose of confidence and self-esteem that's already inside you to help you make this decision what's best for you, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is in the first card placement is the significator, the general gist of the whole overall reading, and that's the Seven of Pentacles. Seven is the contemplation, meditation of new moves in a new direction, and Pentacles is the material world. It's money, it's work, our community, the way that we treat our bodies. But also I've realized over 40 years of doing tarot, it's also our relationships, our family, our home, the whole kit and caboodle in the area of the material world. And what's nice about the seven is you're moving in a new direction. It's a crossroad card to me because if you're really happy in anywhere in the material world, you wouldn't be at the crossroads. The seven wouldn't be appearing. And what's nice about it, it's in your capable hands, Aries. So trust this. So you got all those pentacles sitting there right there, and someone's giving you the gift of the seven saying, what is this opportunity and potential that you want to do next? And I think that's where kind of the tired feeling is coming from. And I'm not saying that you haven't been through a lot of ups and downs, but I think that it's the lack of inspiration. And the reason why I say that is in that second card, the crossing card, what's blocking that energy of decision making for yourself. And most importantly about the seven, it's got to be about your heart and your spirit, not just about the pocketbook. That's a reflection of the pentacles. It's about what you really want to do for your best interest and betterment next, right? And how you could combine that being in the material world, right? It's a pause stage, but to move forward again in that new direction. And the Two of Wands is imagination, inspiration, starting to take flight. In my deck, you also come out of the dark time of enlightenment with the Hierophant, the priest, the universal messenger of God. It brings it down in the material world. It's about growth. It's about spiritual maturity. It's also about the confidence to want to take that imagination and inspiration and apply it into the material world. The wands are our creative energy. It's fire. So, that's your domain as well. But it's what this kind of crossing reflection is saying that maybe you don't have that idea yet. You're still kind of trying to figure it out and what's going to give you that spark. So stick to that task. Turn that guy around and know that inspiration, imagination, again, you rule that area. So don't be afraid of it and let it kind of just let it happen. Let it happen organically. Let's not try to push it because that's kind of, I think, some of the friction for you of having to feel like antsy pants has got to get things done yesterday. And that's just not the matter at all. And I'm going to hop around a little bit, Aries, because in the seventh card we play placement with the way that we're feeling inside ourselves is the Nine of Wands. And that's why I'm saying a little tired here. And I get it because the nine is a completion state. We're getting into the 10 of the minor arcana in the area of the creative. Again, more fire and wands here. And you've taken the journey. So you really need to pat yourself on the back for the kudos of the ups and downs, and along with happy moments too. Don't get me wrong, in the journey of the nine, right? And what's nice about the nine is in my deck, it's a ship with the sails and everything, and maybe the sails are a little torn and tattered, but all the wands are aflame, and you're ready to go into safe harbor. And I think you know this, and it's also a reflection of the cycle, right? Something's happening next in the area of the creative, and you're trying to figure it out. So give yourself to do that, okay? It's really all about you. And it's also too, I think that a lot of love is coming to play. Like, how is that balance between the material world and our heart, right? Like, looking for love, you've got to get out there. You can't just tell yourself you're too tired or I don't know how I'm going to put myself out there. Because in the third card placement is the way that God wants to help us navigate the week. And it's a beautiful card. Oh, 3 and 3. 3 of Cups. The Three of Cups is not only falling in love, but it's happy marriage, happy partnership, happy relationship, happy feeling back on, we're getting kind of getting our footing again in the area of the heart. And I know so many areas are just like, that's your domain is where you want the heart, you want that kind of groovy feeling, you want to be in relationship, you want to explore that kind of landscape as well. And I want you to focus on that because it's no coincidence that sitting on top of the Seven Pentacles, it's got to be a consideration into the area of the material too. That's the clue here this week, okay, Aries? Follow your heart, follow what makes you happy in your love, and then the rest will start to come. Don't try to push anything right now because that's just not the way. Something's like a good sauce. It needs to simmer for a while, right? Stew. Anyway, the fourth card is placement is, I like to say, the way that we're feeling in our gut. And it's a major arcana justice, right? Some of us might want our justice because that's a reflection I've learned over many years of reading, that we want to kind of get our revenge, or why am I not getting my justice? What really is justice is all about, it's good favor in business, law, and contracts. So if that's any of that contemplation that you want to kind of apply into your decision making and where your next move, it's really favorable. It's coming down to the really essence of the truth in situations, looking at like a Rubik's Cube at all different positions to understand not only your own point, but to other people. She has that sword that cuts away the BS to kind of get to that. So that's kind of like in your gut feeling right now. So whatever you're feeling like you need to look at, and again, she's a reflection of balance, right? I want to use logic, but I also could deliver a soft touch if I have a hard truth to say to somebody, right? I don't have to be cutting with them. I can use my logic with my intuition. She stands strong in that pillar domain because she's got the foundation of generations of decision making, because coming to fair and just kind of enlightenment rather, is really about basing on a whole lot of different things, right? So it's, again, even in her checkered floor, we're in that balance of dark and shadowland and white, which in tarot is intuition and logic. So again, it's a balancing out, but also too, it's also a reflection of looking at our own behavior. Like, where were we good? Where were we not good? Like, we all have to kind of have that encounter of the life lesson. Say she's a major arcana, so that's her encounter as well. She's a real pillar in the whole journey of the major arcana, because we have to learn to be good people in society. So it's just a reflection of there. So wherever that kind of resonates with you, Aries, this week, because it's in that gut feeling, just like look at it, because it's there for your betterment to help you make this decision making here. So don't even, we all have BS in our background. So don't take a crazy McGazy on that side, because in the ninth card position, I'll say this in a reflection of that. We have Justice's younger sister here, the Queen of Swords. And the ninth card position is our hopes and fears, right? Just like the dark and shadow here, we all have dualities. And the Queen of Swords, again, she's a great reflection where we need to apply justice, truth and honesty, being fair and just. Also, cutting away the BS and delivering stuff with a sharp, not a sharp tongue, not cutting other people or cutting off their attitudes or approaches or their viewpoints, right? But she's also in the non-exalted state. She's the ideal of perfection. And when I usually, almost all the time, when she appears in a reading to me, because she's got that sword in one hand, she's pouring away emotion in the other. I don't want to use my feeling. I just want to come to harsh decision making, and I just want to cut away everything, right? And especially that sword, I find, is aimed at ourselves with that head and our heart. And it's that narrative, that dialogue that starts up there that's affecting our approach, our attitude, our mouth, and our actions. So you need to kick her to the curb if she's not there for business and law and contracts. And if she's undermining your kind of good self-esteem and your self-confidence, that's the non-exalted state of the Queen. She does that. She sits on your shoulder and she's whispering in your ear all that kind of negativity, and it's just undermining any creativity. And I guarantee that's probably why you're not coming to a next decision, because you're not being balanced out, or you're making decisions based on one thing, let's say just money, and not any heart or anything else like that. So take a reflection of that, Aries, because again, that leads you to the next domain of where you're going, and you're going to some really good stuff. In the fifth card placement is the Six of Pentacles, the gift of money, the celebrationary state in the area of the material for you and the material world. Like you have some cash, or maybe you've got a raise, or you've got a job, or some other kind of insight, or money came in. It's always a reflection of the Six of Pentacles, and it's God's gift to you as a reflection that you've done a really good job. But also in the exalted state, we're recognizing how far we've come in the area of the material, and we really need to pat ourselves on the back in that way too. Okay, so, and oh wow, this is beautiful. So I didn't even realize it. And so we're coming out of the Six of Pentacles, which that fifth card placement is a past reflection. It's leaving your life, so it happened already. And in the sixth card, all this kind of stuff has made you the queen. The sixth card placement is what's happening right now, and it's the Queen of Pentacles, the queen of the material. She's got that gold coin in her hand. She's got a bunch of grapes in another. She can make anything materialize in the material. She's lush. She's Mother Earth. She's abundant. She's home, family, like I said, relationship, work, community, the way that we treat our bodies and our mindset. And you don't get to the queen with the easy stuff. It's the tough stuff that brings you to this royal leader, all right? So wherever that decision making is, again, it's another reflection of gratefulness, gratitude, compassion, kindness. That's her domain. Don't mess with her. She'll give you a little theoretical bitch slap, but you know, she's all about fairness and justice as well, and doing the right thing. She's ethical, she's character, she's integrity and ethics, right? So just have that reflection of you. So wherever that decision making is, and let's say you had people that were really unfair to you, or shady McGady, or undermined you in business or contracts, let's not dwell in the past. I get it. I've been there myself, but it's all about the movement forward. What do we learn from those lessons? They don't just mess with us to mess with us. They mess with us to change us, and it's always for our betterment. And that's a reflection of the queen. That's you this week, Aries. So buy into it. So don't be tired, MacGyver, like I'm seeing in the seventh of self again. Okay, the nine is just finishing up a journey, and again, it's a celebratory state for you to really recognize how far you've come. So again, that's part of the contemplation this week. Again, pat yourself on the back. You've done a really good job. You don't get to these cards without the hard stuff, right? And other people look at you as someone starting something new in the material. That's the eighth card position. How other people view us as the Eight of Pentacles, the upsurge of energy in the not the creative, in the material. Well, it's really taking a creative idea when you think about it and making it materialize. That's how it all starts, right? He's got that big gold coin, but he's also coming out of the water. In tarot, that represents psychic ability, intuition, mystical, magical, spiritual stuff. That combination of the logic and with intuition is a reflection to make something happen in the material world. And that's how other people view you. So anywhere you need that kind of like that enhanced viewpoint, like let's say you're going for a new job, or you're putting your resume out there, or just putting yourself out there, or you know, whatever it is, as showing yourself as a team player or a hard worker, that's a reflection of the ace. You're doing it, and really people are gravitating in and digging the vibe. So keep with that, because it helps you get to your next decision making. Again, all for your betterment. So like we've covered with this gal in the ninth position of hopes and fears, just kick her to the curb unless she has to do with business law and contracts. Just don't. You know what I mean? Because again, like, she mostly appears just to undermine us, but to undermine us to grow us, so we can get rid of that kind of weed of negativity and plant it with positivity. And I'm just going to stick with it, because even in the 10th card outcome, in the 10th place position, which is the outcome card, is the Four of Wands. Another affirmation of the props that you have about you. The four is a firm foundation in the area of the creative, right? And what's nice about the four in my deck is you come together with other like-minded people. So wherever that shift is happening, you're finding people, or you want to find people, that are like your kind of kindred spirits, your character, your ethics, your values, and integrity. That's kind of the journey of the four, right? To getting there, taking an idea, and it's starting to really materialize, and it's attracting other kindred spirits. So kind of buy into that vibe wherever that applies to you, because it's a beautiful vibe. It's a pause. Like you could just kind of regroup and again meditate on that next move, because maybe you need a little refresh of imagination, inspiration. Look to the people around you, because you've got some good people around you. Maybe you're just not recognizing it right now, or just because you're so tired, you're not wanting to do right now. And I'm saying, yes, you got to take that, at least the idea, and start to fool around with it. Like spaghetti on the wall. Let's see what sticks. All right. And in the bonus card, again, it's a reflection of love, of what you want, or what you have, or what you're trying to achieve. The Ten of Cups is the happily ever after in the area of the heart. Again, it's ending the minor arcana, so we're starting a new loop in the heart. And maybe that's why God's saying, hey, remember about love? Remember about the good things about the heart and relationship and marriage and partnership, whatever your groove is. That's the reflection of the bonus card. And what's nice about the Ten of Cups is you respect yourself so much that that's the only thing that you're going to allow in the circle of the next journey of the heart, right? That's the kind of value out of the Ten of Cups in the exalted state. So don't undermine yourself anywhere. All your possibilities and wishes can come true, Aries. And maybe even some of you are already falling in that love and want to bring it to a new level. That would be the Justice card as marriage as well, too. So wherever it is for you, just stay on the positive because a shift is happening and it's all about you. And that's what God is asking you, like really this time, like, what do you want to do? We've done some stuff in the past. What do we want to do on this next turn of the wheel? And how exciting is that? So thank you for visiting the channel. And if you're so inclined, if you like this content, if you would consider subscribing, we've been growing the channel. And I just can't be so appreciative to all of you that watch and subscribe. And so I can't say thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have a great week, Rams.